Do any of you folks eat meat? I have chickens right now. I don't keep them for meat. My whole intention was to keep them for eggs. So, we take care of them and keep them captive. And we harvest the eggs whenever they do lay them. And there's started out as one rooster, and now a few of them grew up and become young roosters. Those are the male ones. And basically means that the eggs are becoming fertile. Maybe not all of them, but a percentage of them are. And last month they were sitting on them. They got broody. That means that they wanted to hatch their eggs and have the baby chicks. And then, well, their instincts weren't as good as their abilities from experience, and they didn't do a very good job. In fact, the mother hens, the mother hens didn't get along, so that whole effort got derailed, and we ended up with just one chick that survived. So the reason why I'm telling you all this, because I was thinking, like, are we keeping the chickens to eat them, actually? And I thought this over a couple months ago, because if the eggs weren't enough, or if something happened and we had to eat whatever we could, and I'm like totally doubting that we could eat the chickens, because here's the thing. Just imagine that you would have to kill everything that you eat. That means all the meat that's been on your plate, every meal that you've had, you would have had to see that animal alive, walking around in your yard, or if you don't have a yard, just walking around in a spare room. You'd have a stable in there, or living inside of a barn. And then when you got hungry and it was time to butcher that, you'd have to do it. You'd have to do the bloody work yourself. I don't think that most people could do it in the modern world, because we don't live in the kind of worlds of people that are practical anymore. So I don't know if you could imagine this and see it through. And if so, it's only theoretical. I'd like to see you do it. If you could do it, give us a little video and attach it here, and give us some proof. Because what I'm saying is that when I see an animal walking around alive, and I get to respect that life, it's very hard for me as a sane human being, a sentient being, a spiritual being, to think about killing it. I know that if right, my young child here, the second son in line, he's saying that's not what we're supposed to do. So I think that he has his own sense about it, that somehow, maybe listening to me or other influences, maybe videos. How did you get that idea? I don't know if he can analyze his own thoughts, but he definitely has an opinion on this, and he will stand up for it. He's emotionally and he's passionately attached to this. So you won't eat the chickens. Well, Daddy's not going to eat the chickens unless it's the only thing we can possibly do. And I don't see it coming to that. I just see us migrating around trying to find food if there's a problem. And we'd probably dig up roots or seeds, or just meditate a lot so we don't have to eat. That's the other thing, that the amount of calories and bulk that the average human consumes is too much. We eat too much. We really eat too much, and it's junk. Everybody can stand to do some fasting. So think about this, meditate and do some fasting, and I think it's going to be the greatest thing that ever happened to you. But if you want to make a video and show yourself killing an animal and then eating it, then be my guest. At least I'll have some respect for you, because you'll be like the ancient primal tribes that used to have to fend for themselves by eating meat, because there weren't no supermarkets. Thanks for listening. Make your comments, share this with all your friends, favorite it, thumbs up, and make sure you subscribe.